Hey guys, this is Frozen Wish to Use here, and welcome back to another video. And I know I haven't made a video in quite a while. It's just that I ran out of ideas, and I didn't really feel like making a new video for the past few days because of other things. Yeah. Now, I was debating which video to do first, to work on first. My trailer reviews for both the new trailers for Mickey 17 and Sinners, or this one. But if you're watching this now, you probably know which one I chose to do first. Yep, guys, I am here to call out a certain horrible fandom. And it's gonna be a quick video. Not sure if I'll contradict myself on that. It could be long, but yeah, I am aiming to make this short, but we'll see how. So yeah, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna be making a bunch of videos talking about toxic fandoms. Heck, I might even do a top 5 most toxic fan bases in the future. But for now, I think this is a fan base that I just have beef with nowadays. I cannot stand, and they're just so incredibly annoying. That's right, guys. I am talking about the DreamWorks fandom. Oh my golly gee, this fandom has been getting on my nerves lately. And I will say though, I don't think DreamWorks is a bad studio at all. At least it's not a nomination. Certainly the better Universal like animated studio than I don't want to mention its name. Yeah, but yeah, DreamWorks back then was amazing, especially in both the 2000s, 2010s. I will say that yes, I am a fan of DreamWorks back at the time. At the time when we got amazing films like Shrek 2, and Shrek Forever After, the Puss in Boots duology, yes, even the surprising Last Wish. Especially the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy, the best DreamWorks trilogy, with How to Train Your Dragon 2 being my favorite DreamWorks movie of all time. What else? The Kung Fu Panda quadrilogy. Yes, even the fourth one. And yeah, many other like great ones. Megamind. There's like all like Prince of Egypt. Yeah, but I think DreamWorks is the perfect example of a hit or miss studio, especially with films like the Boss Baby duology, Shrek the Third, and especially the Trolls trilogy, which they don't even feel canon to DreamWorks, in all honesty. So yeah, but I think over time, like ever since Puss in Boots: The Last Wish came out, the DreamWorks fandom has become extremely toxic. Even though I will admit that I don't hate Puss in Boots, and I don't think I want to hate Puss in Boots 2. I think Puss in Boots 2 has made a bad impact on the DreamWorks fans. It left a toxic taste on their mouth, and it was quote unquote too good for them that it made them want to just be one of the most annoying fan bases ever, and that's what I'm here for. So back in the 2010s, Disney was considered to be the greatest animated studio of all time, and also Pixar too. Sure, yes, Pixar may have had their down in the 2010s, but you know what animated studio really dominated the 2010s decade? Walt Disney Animation Studios. So with their revival era, back then we all loved every single revival age film. We all thought that Disney could do no wrong in the 2010s decade. We have films like Tangled, Wreck-It Ralph, Frozen duology, especially Frozen 2, Big Hero 6, Zootopia, Moana. Okay, well, with Ralph Breaks the Internet being the one exception, everyone thought that 2010s was like the decade where Disney could do no wrong. Until Ralph Breaks the Internet, divided people. And yes, I will say that Ralph Breaks the Internet is still the worst Disney animated film of all time. in the revival era. No, I mean no, it's not worse than Chicken Little for sure. But yeah, and then in the 2020s decade, well, you got one divisive Walt Disney Animation Studios film, Ryan and the Last Dragon, with raving scores, and then you got Encanto, which was the last Disney animated film that people praised to death. But then in 2022, both the Disney and Pixar received a lot of hate from people, with Turning Red, Lightyear, and Strange World being extremely polarizing amongst the fans. And yeah, I think 2022 is one of the worst years for animation. But then came December, the savior of animation, just when we all thought that animation was completely lost in 2022. December, at least the 2022 ended in a high note. Yeah, and then came, animated gems like Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, which is my favorite animated film of 2022, and also the correct winner for Best Animated Feature. I will always defend the decision to have Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio winning. And then there is the fan favorite animated film of 2022, Puss in Boots: Last Wish. It was praised so much by people that, yeah, that film instantly made people see DreamWorks as the new best animated studio of all time. And it was Puss in Boots: Last Wish that made people start this new trend where they bullied Disney just to quote-unquote prove that DreamWorks is the superior studio, that DreamWorks has officially taken over Disney's spot as being the greatest animated studio ever. And that's my first big problem with the DreamWorks fandom, their toxic hate against Disney. Like they're gonna make a bunch of Disney versus DreamWorks videos where they're like, Disney versus DreamWorks means like, oh, this is Disney, and then show scenes of like, oh, Mei from Turning Red twerking, and then Puss in Boots: Last Wish. Oh, look at this scene. It's so sad. It's so gritty. It's so mature. It's so original. Like, honestly, I don't care what anyone says, by the way. Turning Red is better than Puss in Boots: Last Wish. I don't care what anyone says. I mean, is DreamWorks actually better than Disney in 2022? Actually, with Bad Guys and Puss in Boots: Last Wish, I guess kind of better in a way, but I actually prefer Turning Red over Puss in Boots: Last Wish. So sorry, DreamWorks fans. And then the Oscars for that year came. People were rooting for Puss in Boots: Last Wish to win Best Animated Feature at the Oscars. But you know what they gave it to? Yep, my movie, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Well, I mean my favorite, the movie I was siding with. And they were pissed about it. Like, seriously, they were, like, DreamWorks fans were having a hissy fit over Puss in Boots: Last Wish losing to Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Honestly, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio is better than Puss in Boots: Last Wish. Like, how about you? You know the problem with you? Why you're mad? Because you didn't even watch it, or because, oh, it's too mature. I might have to make a video talking about how about the animation fans versus the Oscars for Best Animated Feature, because that's another major problem I'll get to. I'll probably make that video essay before the Oscars. So, and then yes, since Puss in Boots: Last Wish was that good, people wanted Puss in Boots: Last Wish to like be the new standard of DreamWorks. And apparently they want every DreamWorks film to be as good as Puss in Boots: Last Wish. So then came 2023 with Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken, and Trolls Band Together. And yeah, both films were not well received, especially by the DreamWorks fandom. Ruby Gillman was underwhelming to me. Not as bad as the DreamWorks fandom as people make it out to be. I know Ruby Gillman is probably the most divisive DreamWorks film of the decade. There are some who praise it as an underrated gem, and others who don't like it. To me personally, yeah, I think it's average at best. It's painfully average. I think Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken is probably the most painfully average DreamWorks film I've seen. Not bad, but not particularly good either. Nothing special. But Trolls Band Together is the worst DreamWorks film. I guess on par with the first two films. Honestly, I would rather watch the first two Trolls movies than ever watch Trolls Band Together again. Because, I mean, at least DreamWorks fans agree that Trolls Band Together was bad. And then in 2024, yeah, we all thought Kung Fu Panda 4 was going to be the savior of DreamWorks. But as it turns out, Kung Fu Panda 4 once again disappointed the DreamWorks fans. But to me personally, I actually am a defender of Kung Fu Panda 4. I still like it to this day. It's on par with 3 as the weakest one. I still will give a slight edge to 4 because at least it has the action of the Kung Fu Panda franchise. And Kung Fu Panda 3, yeah, I think there is a obvious, clear lack of action in that film. And then, and then came another savior of DreamWorks, the Wild Robot. And yes, I will say this, guys, the Wild Robot deserves the praise it gets. I do think the Wild Robot is fantastic. I still think it's a masterpiece. It's a little lower in my list. I think there are better anime films in 2024, including Disney ones, but I'd say Wild Robot is the best of the non-Disney anime films in 2024. And I say yes, DreamWorks fans deserve to praise it. But then they're also saying, but it kind of also has, they're also a bit of toxic towards it because how do I say this? They're kind of bashing Inside Out 2, even though they admitted that they like Inside Out 2, just because Wild Robot's better. I mean, why can't you just like both Inside Out 2 and the Wild Robot? It's not that hard. But I think this year, for like the two of the incoming DreamWorks movies in 2025, that's where my annoyance against the DreamWorks fandom started. I mean, people just tend to forget that DreamWorks is not a perfect studio. Like, they'll just say stuff. Like, they're literally expecting Dogman to be, one of the best DreamWorks movies ever, just because it's, I guess that's the Spider-Verse animation style. I'm sorry, but Dogman getting all the hype, like, y'all think Dogman is gonna be one of the best DreamWorks movies ever? You're crazy. And that's actually another problem with the DreamWorks fandom. It seems like they have a bias towards the animation style. And honestly, that's actually a major problem with the animation community today. Nowadays, they judge movies based on the animation style. Like look at all the animation films from DreamWorks animated films from the bad guys to now present, and just look at their animation style and just look at their animation style. I mean, the bad guys, it has a Spider-Verse animation style, comic book animation style, automatic praise. Possible's Last Wish, Spider-Verse animation style, comic book animation style, praise. Ruby Gilman Teenage Kraken, CG animation, no to them. Trolls Band Together, CG animation style, it's a no to them. Kung Fu Panda 4, CG animation style, it's a no to them. Oh, and by the way, people are saying that Kung Fu Panda 4 should have had a Spider-Verse animation style. No, that would not have worked in Kung Fu Panda, honestly. That would have looked like shit. The Wild Robots, comic book animation style, thumbs up to them. And I will say that probably I acknowledge Wild Robots animation because it's they went the Wish route with the animation, but of course they're not gonna acknowledge it. And probably they're even gonna hate me for constantly comparing Wild Robots animation style to Wish's animation style. But it's true. And what else? Dogman comic book animation style. Oh, it's an automatic phrase. And then And seriously though, I genuinely do not get the hype for Dogman, guys. Just because it's a DreamWorks film does not mean it's going to be good. In fact, I honestly do have low expectations for Dogman. Could it surprise me? Well, yeah, maybe. I am going to watch it with an open mind, but I have my certain standards that I hope Dogman meets. Because not a fan of Captain Underpants. Captain Underpants is a film I I kind of liked. I thought it was decent, but the more I thought about it, yeah, it honestly does not. It gets worse the more I think about it. But now for the cherry on top on this video. The one thing that the worst thing about the DreamWorks fan base to me is they're shilling on the unnecessary live action How to Train Your Dragon remake. Oh my goodness. Now, everyone knows how much I am boycotting that remake. It is going to be the worst movie of 2025. No other movie can possibly be worse than it. I guarantee you on that. It will meet my expectations. And yeah, 2024 was the year where I thought I was going to learn that sometimes not all movies will be exactly what I expected it to be. But it seems like 2025 is going to go that, it's not going to be surprised. Like, I know it's going to be the best and worst movie of the year, and it's not going to be a surprise. I already know Zootopia 2 is going to be the best movie of the year, and I already know How to Train Your Dragon is going to be the worst movie of the year. Like, seriously. I thought DreamWorks fans did not want DreamWorks to make a live action remix. Like, that's actually the reason why some people prefer DreamWorks over Disney, because at least DreamWorks doesn't make a live action remake of the anime films. And I thought that a How to Train Your Dragon live action remake would upset DreamWorks fans. No, actually, no. They're fucking praising it. You wanna know why? Because it's a DreamWorks movie. Fuck off, people. I'm sorry, but this is gonna be the Despicable Me 4 of 2025. I fucking guarantee you. And it's gonna be right up there with the Trolls trilogy as some of the worst DreamWorks movie ever. And it could even, honestly, it has potential to be the worst live action movie since Artemis Fowl. Maybe even worse. Like, honestly, I'm sorry. It genuinely looks even worse than the live action remakes of Disney. I feel like apologizing to Disney. So apparently when Disney makes a live action remake, they cannot get away with it. They're just gonna bash it to the ground with a hammer and destroy it to death. But then when DreamWorks makes a live action remake, they allow DreamWorks to get away with it. What the fuck are you on, DreamWorks fans? Like, the fact that they're shilling on the live action How to Train Your Dragon remake, that was my breaking point with the DreamWorks fandom. That was when I had enough of the DreamWorks fandom. Like, this is a film that the DreamWorks fans should be boycotting, like, not celebrating. And also people are apparently putting this on their most anticipated movies of 2025 list. Like, what the fuck? Like, any movie comes out on the same day as this film. Yep, Elio, Pixar's Elio, and they're all saying that but Elio should move release dates. No. It's the How to Train Your Dragon remake that should move. Like, why didn't it stay in its original March 2025 release date? Is it because they want to have it released on the same day as a Pixar film, just so they can because they think that they're going to make more money than Elio? Like, I'm sorry, but if this How to Train Your Dragon remake makes more money than Elio, then it's over for DreamWorks fans. I honestly, I'm starting to feel done with DreamWorks. Like, deep down, I still think DreamWorks has some good in that, but I feel done with DreamWorks at this point. Like, I can't take it anymore with DreamWorks and their fandom. Like, well, at least I don't consider myself a DreamWorks fan anymore. This is why I don't. I genuinely don't. I can't with this fan base anymore. And, like, I'm sorry, but what's to love about How to Train Your Dragon? I mean, is it because Toothless's design looks better, looks as good as the original? No, like, honestly, guys, Toothless's CGI looks like it was made by AI. Yep, I don't care what anyone else says. It looks so AI generated. The actors look like they're just cosplaying. The production design looks like a cheap YouTube video. Like, it doesn't even look like a real movie. How the fuck are you even gonna watch this shit in theaters and think it's theatrical worthy? But you're gonna say, but Elio, what about Elio? It looks like a straight to Disney Plus movie. No. Like, why the fuck is our Pixar originals getting hate nowadays, and they'd rather choose to support the crappy live action remakes? Yeah. So yeah, that's actually the main. I wanted to build up to this one moment because there are a lot of things wrong with the DreamWorks fandom, but them shit being shills towards them by quote unquote praising the live action How to Train Dragon remake. Oh man. And by the way, guys, that's not the only video where I'm gonna talk about the How to Train Dragon remake shills. There will be another video on them coming. Yeah. So also for my thoughts on the DreamWorks fan base and why they suck nowadays. Who agrees with me that the DreamWorks fan base is toxic? And who agrees with me that Disney is still better than DreamWorks? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for my double trailer review on Mickey 17 and Sinners. Bye, guys.